Hello everybody, welcome to the channel. My name is JGOD. In today's video, we're going to focus on something that comes up quite a bit on YouTube and kind of in general when I do my top player gameplay breakdowns. And then when I've seen other people's live streams, sometimes people trash talk certain YouTubers saying, hey, they're guaranteed reverse boosting. How do they only play bots? All that type of stuff. We're going to break that down today and explain how sometimes YouTubers could get 30 or 40 kills and it not be a reverse boosted lobby. So if you enjoyed the video, learned something new, please do me a favor, hit that like button. Goal of today's video is 4,000 likes. So hopefully you guys can help me crush that number. If you're brand new looking to find your way back to the channel, make sure you are subscribed with notifications on. And if you'd like even more Call of Duty content, go ahead and check out my second Call of Duty channel, which is just JGOD Plays. Link near the top of the description. So I've covered a lot of top players, even professional players. I've covered Priesta, I've covered Mutex, I've covered lots of different people, even going back to previous Call of Duty, Swagg, Dismo, K3, and almost universally the comments are, how do they get bot lobbies? How come my people shoot back? Blah, 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 blah. And we're going to explain how that stuff happens even without reverse boosting, because a lot of times people think, oh, if somebody's good, they have to be reverse boosting, or there's some kind of fishiness going on in the lobby. There's no way they can actually be that good. So that's what we're going to take a look at today. So we're actually going to start off with Swagg. Almost has 2 million subscribers. If you know my channel, more than likely you've seen his at some point. Whether you like his content or not, he makes content on a regular basis, and it's mostly geared towards high kill gameplays with the class setup thrown in the mix. You can see right here, he ended up dropping a 40 kill gameplay with the Odin, and it is a pretty nasty gameplay, and we're going to talk about this gameplay. And I decided to choose this one because that is his highest kills, and if he's going to go for some highest kills, got to be cheating, right? Let's go ahead and take a look at exactly how this lobby comes into play. So right here we have COD Tracker, and it actually keeps stats on pretty much everything in the game that at least has access to with the current API, the way it's set up. So as I scroll through this, you can see he has over 4,200 total matches, around a 5 KD, and over 700 wins. So you know that those stats perfectly align. And what we're going to take a look at here is kind of how these matches come into play, because everyone says that's just a bot lobby, it's reverse boosted. What a lot of people don't realize about YouTube is Swagg streams like 8 to 10 hours a day over on Twitch. And if he gets a couple good gameplays, he saves those and just uploads them whenever the time comes up, because not every day is going to be, you know, where you get a 40 kill gameplay or a 30 kill or even a 20 kill gameplay, as we're going to see in a quick second. So let's go ahead and check out his previous matches. So if I keep scrolling back, you can see his number of kills right here. And as I go through, there are plenty of games where it's not even that high of kills. 0, 3, 22, pretty solid game. 2, 2, 11, 16, 3, 0, 2, 0. And this is in duo, so this is just him playing with another player. And some people be like, man, maybe he's trying to reverse boost. If you guys don't know who he plays with generally, most of his people that he plays with have over 2, sometimes 3, 4 KDs. So they're definitely not reverse boosted in that sense. It just end up being, you died on spawn, you come back in, you die in the gulag, you get double death. There's not really much you can do about that in terms of actually getting in good reps. So let's go ahead and take a look at his 40 kill game. So I had to scroll back a little bit to the day he actually got that 40 bomb. So let's look at his overall matches. He had 0, 5, 14, 2, 5, 18, 15. Look at how many matches. 21. So that's a good solid stretch of matches. Got some wins. Went on a win streak. So this is solid. Team was probably coordinated. They probably weren't splitting off nearly as much. 21 kills, 22, 29. And then comes into the next match, gets destroyed. Probably landed a bullet here, 37 damage, not that great. Dies in the gulag instantly, right? And then 8, 9, 6, 11, 1, then a 25, 11, 25, pretty solid, then 5, and then 40, right? So it's not like he's just dropping 40 kills, 35 kills every single match. Like his videos would indicate that he's dropping 20 plus bomb every match. That's not realistic. But overall, this net average ends up bringing him to around that 5 KD. And sometimes people are like, well, maybe he just got into, God lobby, everyone in there, there's a level 90 in there or something crazy. So I've gone ahead and looked at his gameplay, right? So we can look at his gameplay. So this is the 40 kill gameplay, right? He comes in and they end up low man. And you can actually watch the stream. You can go back to the VOD. You can see that there's no funny business with the matchmaking. They just play low man just so there's more kills to get, because typically the larger the team size, the slower the lobby dies. Slower lobby dies gives you a better opportunity to get kills. That's why in solos, if you're getting 15 to 20, that's a solid game. If you're in duos, trios, quads, you can usually get up to 20 to 30 just by changing the mode, not even because you're better or anything like that. Just by changing the mode, you're likely to get more kills because they're a little bit more forgiving. Your teammates could buy you back, all that type of stuff. So he lands super, and I went through, and every time he got a kill, literally every time, I'm looking at the top right, see who killed him, and on the bottom to see when he thirsted him. So right here, when he gets a knock, it pops up. It'll pop up on the side here once he gets the kill. And I pretty much just went through the entire gameplay, all 40 kills, and I look at, all right, cool, right here, somebody just died. It'll pop up, and that's kind of what I did the entire thing. And I took a track of what were the levels of everyone in the lobby. Did he kill the same people multiple times? Because what you guys don't realize is when Swagg, I'm using Swagg as an example, but there's plenty of streamers that the same exact thing happens to, where they'll play for 7 or 8 hours and then they upload one gameplay to their YouTube channel. And people think that they just jumped on, played one game, and that was it. They don't realize that there's like 8 to 10 hours of playtime behind that one gameplay that they're posting onto YouTube. So it's just kind of, you don't realize how much work is going in his gameplays, that, you know, all those bad matches he had to go through. And then this one just kind of everything fell together. And this wasn't some terrible lobby. We're going to take a look at it right now, what the lobby makeup of was. So this is his lobby, and this is everyone that he killed. I got the clan tags, the names, and the levels. And pretty much I'm not able to get KD or score per minute. I looked through, I pretty much went each one individually, and I was only able to find 4 because since Activision allows people to change their name, you really can't find any of these people. But you could do this exact same thing if you wanted, go for the gameplay. And what you'll notice is that there's a 91 right at the beginning of the lobby, but you'll see that the vast majority of these are high 150s, 140s, 155s, and the average of the entire 40-player roster that he killed was 140. These yellows, these are people that he killed multiple times. So Red Rock, he killed earlier on, and the guy came back. He ended up running into him because they got UAVs. They could chase the guy down, killed him. And then we have this other one here, here, and here. So he killed a couple of people at the same time. And this one, he actually got a partial kill where he actually damaged the guy, and then an enemy finished him off, and he got the kill credit, even though it doesn't pop up on the screen in the kill feed anywhere. And you can see that for the 18th kill, it just appears after he deals damages to someone, but he never gets credit on the screen. It just says eliminated and then adds up a point. It doesn't say who it was or who he damaged or anything like that. So pretty sure that's the game logic working a little bit weird. But at the end of the day, 40 kills, and 19 of the 40 players were level 155. So half of them were level 155. So obviously you got to play fast. The lobby's got to be good, all that type of stuff. But really what it's going to come down to is how good you are compared to the competition and how good your team chemistry is. So for example, with Swagg's case, I know he's a really good player, regardless if he reverse boosted or not. I don't care. In multiplayer back in December when they added akimbo weapon, pistols, that video went around. Who cares if he reverse? He hasn't played multiplayer in like 5 or 6 months, with the exception of maybe unlocking the brand new, the LMG that you had to go in and melee people inside the shipment for. So besides that, he doesn't play it. He plays Warzone 8 to 10 hours a day and takes 1, 2, maybe 3 of his gameplays and saves them for videos that he can do on a later date if he's making content, which is what a lot of content creators do. Some do it behind the scenes. So obviously, if you don't stream quite as much, they're doing it behind the scenes, getting the gameplay. But in fact, the reason he's able to get those high kills is generally because he's playing with good people, which makes a huge difference. If you can get bought back, someone can cover, they can thirst your kill. There's so many variables that go into it, especially if you're playing with Booyah, which I consider a really good player as well. And the other guys he's playing with, they're all good. And then all these tournaments, playing with Nick Merckx, there's a lot of variables that go into it. But at the end of the day, it's just because he's a good player and he's not using any kind of Cronus Max cheats or anything like that. And the only reason I could really say that with certainty is because I've actually seen him play at events. Back at CDL Anaheim a couple years ago when I had like 1,500, 2,000 subscribers, I was a tiny YouTuber, no following. He was actually at the Scuff booth playing World War II, and he went on multiple 25+ streaks in that game on a standard Scuff controller. It was their setup, and multiple people coming in and out of that booth using the same exact setup, and he was very competent and did what he needed to do. In addition to that, I've also played against Swagg, and he's played at other YouTubers. I played with a bunch of them at Modern Warfare's reveal and launch, and I've heard of him playing at BO4's launch and stuff like that. But besides that, they played, and he does really well at these LAN events. Even when he was playing Cold War Online, he's got the longest streak out of anyone that's played the game so far. But regardless, he got a 26 kill streak in the brand new COD against top people in the Call of Duty community. You know, you have people like Huskers, Tim the Tapman, Nick Merckx, whatever. I know people joke about Tim the Tapman, but at the end of the day, these are good players. They're not 0.725 Timmy in the lobby. It just is not the case. They're above average players who are competent about Call of Duty, and to go on a 26 streak is definitely impressive. So I know a lot of people talk smack, but at the end of the day, players that drop consistent streaks and they make the lobbies look bad, it's just because they're better. Obviously, some lobbies are a little bit easier than others. I know I did the skill-based matchmaking video where I was talking about how skill-based matchmaking works to an extent. There are some lobbies that are just going to generally be tougher, depending on the time of day, your overall stats, the matchmaking, your region of the world, overall, like all these different variables play into it. That's why sometimes on a weekend it'll feel a little bit sweatier because more players are playing, and skill-based matchmaking is going to grab the top portion of the players. It's going to make your lobbies harder. If you're playing another time when there's supposed to be a bunch of kids off of school, maybe there's more of them in the population when the sweats are at work or whatever, so those lobbies can be a little bit easier. I mean, there's a lot of things that go on that it's not like boom, if you have a 4 KD you have to play against 4 KD players. It's not really how it works. If you have a 0.9 KD you can end up in a lobby with Swagg just because maybe you're playing with a friend who's good and it brings up the average. Maybe your last 5 matches were good. There's a lot that goes into it. And just to simply say that somebody's they're cheating or they're doing something crazy, not necessarily the case. I would definitely go check out streams of streamers if you want to see how they play in person. They go through the highs and lows just like you do, but typically as you become a better player, you have much more highs. That's why he's able to upload a 20+ gameplay pretty much every single day, because if you play for 8 hours, he got 3 in an entire 8-hour gaming session. So those are the only 3 you're going to see on YouTube. You're not going to see that 3-kill gameplay where he got smoked at coming out of super and then died in the gulag. You're not going to see that unless you're live there in the streams, and that's where it really is at. You can see the same thing for all these top players. Whoever your top players are, they have the highs and lows. There's nobody in the community that's getting 20+ kills every single game. It just doesn't happen. Pay attention to the, you can look them up in COD Tracker. Most of them are at the top of the leaderboard in kills or in wins. You can see how they play, the scenarios play out. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, learned something new. If you did, please do me a favor, hit that like button. If you're brand new, looking to find your way back for more Call of Duty content, make sure you are subscribed with notifications on. Looking for any kind of additional Call of Duty content, check out my second channel, which is JGOD Plays. Thank you guys for watching. As always, have a great day.